Welcome back to another episode of the K-Dog&Fish Show. I am Fish.
K-Dog.
Diamond has filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. What does this mean for the future of collecting? Welcome back. So Diamond Comic Distribution filed for bankruptcy, and they are a massive company in the collectible game. It's not just they have a little bit of Funko. Obviously, Diamond, if you don't know, we do as retailers as well as collectors, know that Diamond also does PX. Right, so all the Funko PX exclusives, that's all coming from Diamond. But what their big thing is a lot about toys in general, but comics. Another huge part of the collectible community. So they have their fingers in a lot of pies, if you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
So them filing for bankruptcy, it doesn't mean they're going to close. We should preface that
no, they could be restructuring.
They are, yeah. So from what
I filed for bankruptcy so many times.
Like that's a Tuesday.
Barely an inconvenience.
They've been doing this since the 80s.
Don't even sweat it.
So now Diamond is a huge company.
Yeah.
So what they did say in their statement was there's a lot of corporate gobbledygoo just saying we're doing this for this reason, and it's with heavy hearts that we're blah 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 blah. We get it.
Okay.
But as far as an actual business plan, it looks like that they are filing bankruptcy, but they are not closing. They are getting financial bailouts basically from bigger corporations and selling off pieces to larger companies like Universal. And there's an agreement in place about Diamond UK as well that hasn't been finalized, but we're talking about tens of millions of dollars in both restructuring and selling off pieces.
Right.
So it's interesting, but what does this tell us about the future of collecting if one of the biggest distributors in the world for collectibles, and not just Funko, we're talking toys, board games, and mainly their biggest bugaboo is comics.
Right.
They're massive in the comic distributor
Well, most
game.
of the comics industry has bailed on them in the past 6 years because they've been terrible to work with.
So it was interesting actually reading the comments.
Okay.
So
Yeah, they're terrible.
they are ripping
A lot
Diamond
of go
to
F
shreds.
yourself. Like, we saw this coming years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So if you don't spend a lot of time on Reddit,
Reddit's not my jam.
but on Reddit the comments are hilarious.
Okay.
And some people there's a good mix, like when diss trackers and other people are sharing this news on Instagram. There's a fair mix of like, oh, that sucks to see another somebody in the collectible distributor game go.
Yeah, for sure.
And
You
then
don't
there's
see
other people who are like, obviously don't get it that Chapter 11 bankruptcy doesn't mean that they're going away.
Yeah.
But so the Reddit people know what's up.
The Reddit people are very
Usually when you file for
sleuthy.
bankruptcy, it's just the beginning of the end,
pretty much.
It's basically just marriage counseling for businesses.
Can you give me? I love your analogies.
Like
so
if you're
go.
going to the marriage counselor,
Yeah.
you're
there's a reason you're there.
you're done. Okay, like seriously, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Okay, seriously,
That's a good one.
I'm telling you.
Now this is just the.
That was my Sebastian
That was-
Manasuka.
Oh, that was good. I like
I love that guy. Watch The Bookie. It's great.
Oh, season 2 on
yeah.
Crave.
Yeah.
We're
We're not sponsored yet.
not yet. Not a sponsor.
I got these T-shirts. Though.
In the Bookie logo shirts. Now, this is just the latest in a string recently, because in 2024 we had Poppin' Off Toys,
That sucked.
which sucked because the owner's such a nice guy.
Yeah, and he was more of an indendent.
Yeah, more of an independent.
But did a lot of online business.
Yeah, we ordered
a
from
lot.
them.
We ordered from a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Also, Gemini Collectibles in 2024 folded up shop, and now Diamond is filing for bankruptcy. It doesn't look like they're closing altogether, but restructuring and selling off pieces of the business. However,
And then Big Apple last year.
yeah, Big Apple. Oh no, was that
2 years ago?
2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
No, here's the difference.
Yeah, but Big Apple, didn't they screw everybody?
They did. They screwed everybody.
So this is the bigger difference. Although there's a huge amount of people who are like, sorry, but I'm not sorry, Diamond, on Reddit, there are at least things that make them a little bit better than what happened with Big Apple. So Big Apple basically pulled the plug and was like, see ya, when it came to people's pre-order money and stuff. Diamond has made it very clear, and props to them for this, very clear that nothing is going to stop people from receiving their pre-orders or their money being taken without compensation. They're still functioning.
Yeah,
they made that extremely clear, and I think that was a huge difference from what happened with somebody like Big Apple.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, they're going to get a big check, and they can hopefully restructure. I know the only problem, and again, you and I ran into this problem also. Too many SKUs.
Yeah.
There's just too many SKUs. There's too much in the collectible space.
Yeah.
And you can't get everything. When we started K-Dog&Fish back in '88, there was like 9 pops. You know, like when did we start this thing?
So we started gaining pops, like collecting ourselves personally.
Yeah,
and then gaining inventory to open the business was like 2017.
Okay, so
and then like early 2019 we launched.
Okay, so when did we actually open the store? The
2019.
2019. Okay, so back in the Disney,
which was a year before the pandemic.
Yeah, which was before the pandemic, which is the best time to open a business.
That was the best time. A year before, and then that hit. That was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a good idea. Good idea.
You're right. The releases were few and far between.
We also got everything.
We did.
So back when we first opened, that was my whole point, was we got everything. And then we kept getting everything. And then we got to the point with Funko where we're like,
it's too much.
It's too much. We can't get everything. I remember we used to get every single pre-order.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't know what the it was. Yeah. Some weird-ass anime. We're like, get it. Get 6. What is it? I don't know. It looks like a fairy on a dragon. Some
breathing fire
out of his ass. I don't know. Let's get 6. Comes to the chase. Like we were like, we just got it all.
Yeah.
And then you and I are finally just going when we're doing our pre-orders and we're scrolling and like you're getting carpal tunnel from like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and we're like, yeah, we can't get everything. It's just
if
too
you
much.
guys watch our What's Poppin' videos every week on Saturdays, we do a What's Coming Soon in Funko, and it's about a good 15 minutes every week of what's coming down the pipe.
And that's just Funko.
That's just Funko.
Yeah. Diamond does a whole bunch of other stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like
Diamond has its own like Diamond Collectibles.
Yeah, they do all that too, right? So it's just too much, and people are going to start getting out of things. And I honestly think, again, one of the things after they restructure that they're not going to bring back, and this is my honest opinion, they're not going to bring back Funko.
I
don't think there's enough margin in it for them.
Yeah.
There's not enough money. You can make a lot more off your statues, off your own line.
Yeah.
And you're not going to make enough off the Funko.
Plus, their biggest slice of pie is comics.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but the problem is all the major comic chains like DC, Marvel, IDW, Boom, and Image, they all bailed years ago. Mm-hmm. So you have to make sure as a distribution company that your relationships are good.
Yeah.
Because if you're not giving these companies incentives or like actual relationships, then they're just going to bail. DC does their own, they just ship themselves.
Yeah. That's just, so maybe they're going to go more into other collectibles and toys and games than comics because the comic companies have bailed.
Well, I mean, if they're committed to sticking around, then they restructure. They drop a ton of SKUs. That's really what's going to end up coming down. They're going to have to just drop a ton of inventory, shrink the overall business, probably fire a bunch of people, unfortunately, because
it sucks that people are going to lose.
They're probably going to lose their jobs because they probably have just entirely a payroll that's out of control, and probably inventory that's out of control, and they're going to have to get control of it. That's all there is to it. That's kind of the way it works, you know.
It'll be really interesting to see because of again all the companies we've already previously mentioned that in the last year have gone bye-bye, and with these guys filing for bankruptcy and restructuring. The future of collectibles is there just too much. Like if you take everything that's out there and you collect Lego, there's massive sports cards. Sports cards is huge right now.
Right.
Pokemon has made such a resurgence. The people beating each other senseless at Costco for that fucking pack.
Oh.
And then reselling them online.
I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing. You grab one of those big things, the cashews, and you just crack a son of a bitch, and you get those cards.
You get the Pokemon card.
You
The
know?
next launch in March sold out within seconds, and like,
Yeah.
they had to make a statement that they have to reprint because like this.
Actually,
Craze is
also, we haven't
ridiculous.
talked about this on any other shows, but Target put out signs where they hold Pokemon and said, if we deem you to be a reseller, we refuse the right to even sell you these things.
Really?
Or limit you. At least, at the very least,
Well,
limit
yeah,
you.
coming in. I'll take 10 cases.
So those are not for personal use then.
No,
I'm a big collector. So, yeah.
It's really interesting. So the market of collectibles, and this is again not just Funko. We're talking about all sorts of toys, games, cards, comics, statues, everything. There's so much.
Yeah.
Where is the world of collecting heading? Are we going to get super niche? Are the smaller collectible companies just going to go and we're going to be basically with just major companies? Like
Probably.
where is
Unfortunately.
where is this headed?
Well, it's just every company's going to have to streamline.
Yeah.
Everything's just getting
But
too.
Funko doesn't seem to be wanting to streamline.
Well, yeah, but Funko is gonna. Funko, you're on your third appointment at the marriage counselor. Okay, you're past the first meet and greet. Okay,
Gotcha.
You're gonna get a wake up call, Funko. I'm sorry, you are. You know, you are.
They even said, I don't know how long ago.
Yeah.
We did a show about we're cutting back. It was,
was
when
like a year
Mariotti
ago.
left.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to basics. And you and I kept saying the line over and over again. What did we get?
Lean startup.
Lean. We're going back to a lean startup. No, there's 18 new coming soon announcements every single 7 days.
Yeah.
I don't. That's not lean startup.
No, you have to. Unfortunately, you have to. You can't survive. There's not unlimited cash.
Yeah.
Just not. Everything's the inflation, everything going on. There's not unlimited cash. Now, there have been companies that have come back from Chapter 11, and the biggest success story right now is Red Lobster.
Okay.
Red Lobster filed for
Is that
bankruptcy.
true?
Yeah, and they've hired a new CEO, younger guy, cool guy.
Yeah.
And they're making a big resurgence.
Nice. Good for
you know-
Red Lobster.
you know what?
I love Red Lobster.
Do you know what the issue was? You
What?
know what the issue was?
No, tell us.
There was one issue.
Okay.
All you can eat shrimp.
That was the bugaboo.
Can't do that kind of stuff.
No, you can't do all you
Can't
can
do
eat.
all you can eat shrimp. Yeah.
No.
That's what did it. It was the all you can eat shrimp, man.
I've been there. I've
Yep.
done it.
And by the way, this is a true story. The CEO, he was getting interviewed on CNN. He's like, we can't just give all you can eat shrimp. He's like,
That costs money.
that's a lot of shrimp.
It's,
You know how many shrimp you can eat before you get filled up?
they're little.
They're little ones.
They cost so much.
I got like 50 of them. The other problem with comics
You can
is
also sneak them in your pockets easy. You
Yeah.
know? Like, it's not like ribs.
shrimp pockets.
the other
Sorry, go
problem
ahead.
with comics is there's now digital comics.
Oh.
And Marvel
Okay.
has Marvel Unlimited, which is a streaming service for
Digital
pay
comics.
$50 a year to read unlimited comics.
Wow.
40,000 comics. It's all digital, high res.
You don't need physical
You don't need physical.
collection.
And the problem, physical comics are a lot of money now. It's like
Yeah.
you have to go in and pay $7 for one issue. That's or like depending on if it's a rare issue, depending on who the artist is, it can go up. So
Yeah.
like you can read thousands of comics for $50 a year, or you spend $50 to buy 3 books.
Yeah.
You know, for the bigger
Interesting.
companies,
Oh, I
it's,
didn't
they
know
can
they had
handle
that.
it. But now they're ebooks are the in thing for
Yeah.
comics, and that's kind of what's
It's funny. The sports card industry is also going there. They have e-packs, and you will open them up, and then you could submit to get the physical card, but then you're not like. Let's say you open a whole collector's box. You're gonna have hundreds and hundreds of cards, right? 90% you don't want
Right.
or care about.
Right.
So this saves you that option by doing the e-packs. You're opening them, and then you're like, oh, I want these 8 shipped to me as physical cards.
Oh, that's
So-
cool. Can you resell the other ones like on the
I would imagine
like
you
on the
could,
Drop.io
Drop
thing that we do?
marketplace. Yeah, it's very possible.
You know?
So I think a lot of collectibles are also leaning that way because Funko has NFTs as well.
Internet.
And you can redeem for physical pops, but your entire collection's on a web page. It's not taking up space in your garage. So I'm very curious to see with all that's going on where the collectibles game as a whole, not just Funko, is headed, because we're in this weird space now.
We are.
We're in a
very weird space.
Weird world that we live in when it comes to finances, business of collecting, and people's personal finances. It's a very interesting, weird world that we're in right now.
Yeah.
There's so much. There's so much
Yeah.
when it comes to SKUs.
I
It
agree.
is crazy.
It's too much.
Anyway,
Too much.
this being big news, we want to talk about it with you guys, and
It's like the Cheesecake Factory menu.
That is correct.
That's exactly. I was like,
There's too many options.
how big is your kitchen?
Come on.
Like, how can this even be possible?
And we're not talking about cheesecakes.
Yeah.
We're talking about the
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, it's
It is
literally.
hundreds.
It's like the script to Ben-Hur. Like, it's insane. Like, it's like, we get it. Okay.
It is a thick book. That
Seriously.
menu.
Yeah. Like, honestly.
Seriously, they need to go digital.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know. Like, I went there once. I was like, I don't know. What do you recommend? Just something off page 17.
Yeah.
You
The
know?
chef's never bored, I'll tell you that.
Like, I don't know.
He could be making anything.
Like, oh, you know?
Yeah, cut it down a bit.
Yeah, come on. Like, seriously. What are your food costs?
We want to hear what you guys think about this whole stuff. Where do you think the collectibles business is heading? What do you think about Diamond filing for bankruptcy? Tell us what you think in the comments. We want to take this opportunity to thank our Patreons. If you want to join as a member, you can do so at Patreon/k-dogandfish.
Sign up and get exclusive content, lives, and more.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
See ya.